What's going on, guys? Snipping Scorpion here, and today I've been thinking a lot recently that the New England Patriots, their dynasty is done. It's over. Like, if you think about it, since Super Bowl 52, since like the playoffs to get to the Super Bowl for Super Bowl 52 against the Eagles, I had a feeling that after that they were going to go down, and they did. Like, the championship game, Jacksonville Jaguars at New England. The Jaguars had the lead for the entire game. And then New England pulled out a win because it's New England. They always find a way to win, sadly. And they won at the very last second. Jaguars didn't go. New England went to the Super Bowl. Philly went to the Super Bowl. Philly won. New England lost. And then that's when I knew that something bad was going to happen to them and something good for every other team, because then you can go to another AFC team can go to the Super Bowl, because New England, since they're AFC, only one team can go to the Super Bowl from each title, AFC and NFC, and New England has been in for the past 3 years, since Super Bowl 51. So they were in for 51, 52, and 53. But after Super Bowl 52, they went down because they played the Jaguars again in the next season, and they lost. They played in Jacksonville. Brady wasn't doing good. They lost. The Jaguars, I forgot his name, but he pulled off that like one-handed catch that was cool looking. The Jaguars just won against the Patriots. And I was actually watching one of my other best day ever videos, and it actually came to mind that New England was doing bad because I watched the Detroit Lions won. Because I kept on having a comment saying at like 250 something with like the beat with the best day ever, and the interception was on point, and that gave me to think, hey, New England actually sucks now. Because the Lions were 0-2. New England was 1-1 because they lost against Jacksonville. That's how they got their first loss. And then they lost to the Lions. The Lions of all teams they lose to. The Lions pulled out a win, 24-10, I think, something like that. Lions went 1-2. New England went negative 1-2. They went negative. They have more losses than they do wins, and that's something for them. And then keep on winning. Sadly, they went 11-5 that season. They almost lost to Kansas City in the AFC Championship game that year. I think it was that season. I don't know, but New England went 11-5. They almost got taken out by Buffalo because they're the second best in the AFC East, because it's the Jets and the Dolphins. They suck. New England won the Super Bowl, but it was the worst Super Bowl. We all know it. Lowest scoring, 13-3. Worst Super Bowl ever. And then Gronkowski retired after then. Ever since then, they went downhill. They lost to Baltimore. They lost to Houston. They lost to Miami when they needed the win to keep the second seed, so they won't go in the wild card, and they were in the wild cards the very first time since 2009 when they lost to the Ravens. Because Gronkowski retired, Brady didn't have that big man to get all his catches, because Gronkowski was strong. He didn't have his strong man to go through everybody and get to the end zone. So they really went down. They lost his main guy. They lost Antonio Brown. Jacob Dorsett, I think that's his name. He went to Seattle during the season. They lost to Baltimore. They lost to Houston. They lost to Miami. They lost to Kansas City. They were just so bad that year. They lost to Miami when they actually needed the win. The one game that they needed to win, they lose. Because if they would have won, they would have remained the second seed, and Kansas City would have been the third seed. But Kansas City won against the Broncos because it's the Broncos. But New England lost, so New England went down to the third seed, while Kansas City went up to the second seed in the AFC. New England had to play the wild card. They got knocked out by Tennessee. Brady wasn't doing well. He got a pick six on the very last play to try to keep his team in the game, and then we all know how that went. Tennessee beat Baltimore. Kansas City beat Tennessee. Kansas City went to the Super Bowl. Kansas City beat San Francisco. Terrell Suggs got another Super Bowl win. I like the Chiefs. I do. But since the Patriots dynasty is over, now there's going to be this new dynasty of the Chiefs. Because the Chiefs got Patrick Mahomes. Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Eric Berry, I think, still. Terrell Suggs. They have, like, all the big guys that they need to go up there. And what are they doing? They're growing their own dynasty like New England did 20 years ago. And they split New England's throat. New England's dead. He took out the king of football. Now Kansas City is now the new king. I think that's another team we have to look out for besides New England. In the offseason, Brady went to Tampa Bay. Gronkowski came out of retirement to go with Brady to Tampa Bay. The entire defense went to the Lions. Their defensive coordinator went to the Lions a couple of years ago. Ever since then, the defense, the entire team broke up. There's only like 2 good players left. Edelman, Stephon Gilmore. That's it. Julian Edelman for the wide receivers and Stephon Gilmore because of cornerback. But Marlon Humphrey and Marcus Peters, they're the best cornerback duo in the entire league. I don't care. Nobody picked them because it's all about popularity for people who don't know football. They only know the Patriots and Stephon Gilmore and his other partner, and they don't know who's actually better, which is Marlon Humphrey and Marcus Peters. It's actually facts, so I'm right. Stephon Gilmore is good, but he's worse. He's not as good as the Ravens cornerbacks. Speaking of the Ravens, we actually do have the fastest team in the entire league, but I'm not talking about the Ravens. I'm talking about the Patriots Dynasty and how it's gone. The entire team went to different teams. They lost Antonio Brown. They lost Dorsett. They lost Brady. Gronkowski retired last season. The entire team is done. For the 20 years they built this thing, this dynasty, as soon as the year hits, the end of 2019 to 2020, down. And what did Kansas City do? They go up, they down. Up, down. Now they're gradually going up because they beat New England. They killed them. New England is out, Kansas City is in. New England has lost everybody on their team, either from retirement, leaving the team to go for a different team, or just being cut from the team in general, like Antonio Brown. Like I said, the entire Patriots defense literally went to the Lions, and most of the offense, only 2 players on the offense, well, only 1 player technically because Gronkowski wasn't playing during that time. Brady went down to Florida to play with the Buccaneers. Gronkowski went down to Florida to play with the Buccaneers with Brady. Patriots are done. They're done. I have a feeling that the Patriots are not going to do good this season. They're going to lose most of their games. They're going to lose. I just have a feeling that they're going to lose most of their games, and that Buffalo will be the new king of the AFC East. And then possibly New England after Buffalo, but I have a feeling Buffalo will be the new king of the AFC East. New England's done. They're done. It's now Kansas City, and that's it. Nobody will ever be... The Patriots will never be themselves again until they get that new quarterback like Brady. And then they'll probably go back to where they were. But nobody, except for Kansas City, will be on that level of dynasty, like always ruling over the AFC East. But New England's done, like I said. Kansas City's taken over. They've killed the king. They're the new kings. That's it, really it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.